Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Trust RMG, and this is officially episode 1 of the Charity Stripe basketball podcast that I'm gonna have with one of my good friends, Jaylen. You can say what's up, fam.
What's good?
Yeah, and we're just gonna go over some NBA topics, relating to free agency and a couple trades that went down. Yeah, we could just really get right into it. Rudy Gobert went to the Timberwolves. Mm-hmm. So how do you think the fit's gonna go? Do you have any potential lineups, and how far do you think this team could go?
I think they're a top 5 team in the West right now, seeing how the Lakers and everybody else does. But adding Rudy Gobert to the team, it locks them into that center position though. They decided to go with the double center because Cat was getting killed. His interior defense was awful, and then they probably want to put him on wings more.
So me personally, I think Karl-Anthony Towns is gonna strive with this trade. We talked about this a little bit before the podcast, but with Rudy Gobert being center, that means Karl-Anthony Towns would most likely have to go to the 4. I don't like Rudy Gobert at power forward. I'd much rather have Cat. Karl-Anthony Towns would go to the power forward spot. He wouldn't have to rebound or defend that much because he has Rudy Gobert right behind him guarding the rim. Cat sometimes struggled with rebounding and also defending the rim. I think he was great at both. I feel like he's a good athletic defender in general, but Rudy Gobert is a better one. He is a better rim protector and he's a better rebounder. And I think Cat has a lot off his plate. He could shoot more. Cat loves shooting. Loves it, right? Yeah, he doesn't have to rebound and defend that much. That means he's gonna have more energy throughout the game. Yeah, and he could really strive offensively. I think Karl-Anthony Towns is going to have a really good offensive year this year. He always does, but I'm talking about more efficient. I'm talking about better numbers, of course. And damn, this is going to be great.
I think it's going to be really interesting to see how D'Lo's going to do. I think he can open up his game a lot because the last time we seen him with a pick and roll big was in Brooklyn when it was All-Star year. So I think if you put Rudy Gobert in and then him as a lob threat going to the rim, it's going to open up his game a lot in the mid-range. And then you have Jaden McDaniels probably in the starting lineup too, who's a lockdown.
He didn't get traded?
Nah. Okay. They somehow kept him. I don't know how.
It was going to be him, but it was V8, right?
Yeah.
Vanderbilt?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So they got Jaden McDaniels plus Anthony Edwards. Now he got Rudy Gobert behind him. So you can lock in more on the perimeter.
No, Anthony Edwards is about to be nice. I love Ant-Man. I love him more than LaMelo personally. And I've been saying this since the draft, but dude, I'm really big on Ant-Man. I've been watching LaMelo since high school. Mm-hmm. Dude, ever since I've seen Anthony Edwards, what he did in Georgia, right? And for college, dude, it was insane. I remember they were for his draft review, the coach, college team, he was like, I've never seen a player dominate, how can I say it, this, how do they play? A conference? Yeah, nobody's ever taken Georgia to the next step Edwards. Ant-Man did, really. He was saying we never see, if you see a player in a low division college take off and carry them and make them ranked, that's an NBA player. Another good example of that is Ja Morant, right? Mm-hmm. He went to Murray State. Not a very well-known college, but dude, if you see a nice prospect dominating and carrying a team with lacking of surrounding pieces, Ant-Man was a beast. Dude was on ESPN top 10s, on everything. I love Anthony Edwards.
It's really difficult to carry a D1.
Nice. He really is Baby Jordan though.
Yeah.
I don't know if they call him Baby Jordan. Low key, who else mimics Jordan? Obviously besides Kobe, but in this newer era, Jimmy DeMar.
Yeah.
But dude, Ant-Man's a good candidate though.
Ant for sure.
Yeah. How tall is Ant though? He's 6'3"?
No, 6'7".
Oh, it's
6'6".
6. Yeah, probably 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, around that area.
Tripping, but. Yeah, dude, his athletics. He had dunk of the year as a rookie. You remember when he dunked on?
Don't talk about it.
What was his name?
Put his balls in his face is crazy.
That wasn't your.
It was Vincent.
It was who? Who did?
You talking about the one in Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. He did something dirty.
No, that dunk. That was dunk of the year. I think it was.
I was thinking the one in Miami when he dunked on Gabe.
Oh no!
Put his balls in.
No, that was also my favorite dunk this year. That was nasty.
I'm glad that shit ain't count.
Yeah. They called a offensive foul, right? Yeah, that was some BS. But I actually do remember that play. That was nasty. But yeah, the one baseline on Toronto, that was insane too. Nasty. His athleticism was crazy.
But he gets to go back to being in his position. Mm-hmm. He gets to go back to being the 2 now.
Yeah.
So that's less bigger wings for you to worry about. And you don't have to guard bigger wings.
And then, as you mentioned, that's a small forward. You said that we're going to have Big Daniels. He's going to be great defensively. He's going to be really great defensively. Ant's going to have two players better than him on defense. Because, like, he's a lot of effort. Like, he really tries defensively. Like, I appreciate that about him, too. He really tries defensively. But now does he have, like, now that he has, like, two official, like, solidified, like, really good defenders. I'm talking about, like, 4-star defenders in this league. But Rudy's a 5-star. But I'd say McDaniels, he's a lengthy wing. He's really good defensively.
D'Lo, too. I think D'Lo on the defensive end has been so good.
This past year, he's been awesome. It really sucks that they lost Pat Bev. I'm personally a Pat Bev fan. I don't know if you do that, but I'm just going to put that out there. But, yeah, he got traded, but he said he's going to carry that team to the playoffs anyway.
You already said that?
Yeah. Yeah, he said he was like, damn, thank y'all, Minnesota, carrying the next team. I'm about to carry the next team to the playoffs.
Carrying is crazy.
Nah, but, dude, every team has been on playoffs, so. You gotta respect that. I know he tough for that. I know he flops and shit, but dude, I really respect him, his game. I didn't. The only thing I didn't like what he did was all that shit he was saying to JJ Redick. What was he saying?
Oh, he was talking about Chris Paul ain't.
Yeah, he was saying he was hating on Chris Paul. Nah, I don't respect that, bro.
It looked like he in Game 7 though.
Nah, Chris Paul was really he was really bad, but
Bullock had clamps.
Yeah, is there anything else you want to touch on with the Timberwolves?
Oh yeah.
Are we all good with that? Do you have anything else you want to touch on with the Timberwolves before we move to the next topic?
I think this team is going to be really underrated defensively, like we just touched on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They might be top 5 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Cat could really guard the 4s. Like he could guard.
I don't think Cat's gonna guard like in certain teams that they play against. Let's say they play against like.
Oh, do you think they'll move McDaniels?
Nah, I think they're gonna end up putting Rudy on a non-shooter.
Okay.
And have him float, just help.
Oh, yeah. They're gonna do that too.
Cat's bad, but he's not that bad.
No.
He's still a center.
No. Yeah.
He still put his hands up.
He's still athletic. He's really athletic.
He just put his hands up all the time.
Yeah, it's long too.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. Big pause. He's long arms. Pause. Big pause. Yeah, but real quick, where do you think the team, like, as of right now, could make it, like, in the playoffs? Second round? Yeah, ceiling, like a second round conference.
I think we have to put that all on Ant.
Okay. Yeah.
Ant pops off. I don't know if the Clippers can deal with the size. Pause. I don't think they can deal. That's too big, man.
Damn. Yeah. You know what? That's also a topic everyone's talking about is how good is Anthony Edwards going to be this year? Because we usually see, if you're about to be top 10, you're top 10 very soon. Then yeah, that's kind of how we're judging Anthony Edwards. I mean, right now I would say he could make an All-Star with the stats he's having now. He could definitely make an All-Star. But dude, if he could reach up to like get an All-Star next year, or possibly, reach that top 15 status, because right now it's like a top 25-ish, 20, 25. If he can reach that top 15, I'm talking about like Bradley Beal, Zach LaVine.
He's definitely gonna be higher than that.
Like, no, I'm saying if he could reach that though, because their current scoring, like that resume, like that 27 points per game. Yeah, like
that's what I need to see from him.
Yeah, but like obviously, I'm hoping he could pass that. Obviously, like I'm talking about like better than everybody else. Like I'd love to see that. I think he has the energy for it. The personality, he's funny as hell. Personality, yeah, he's superstar personality, bro.
But I need to see it in the playoffs. He did it well against like who Memphis have on him. Remember what's his name? Dylan Brooks.
Yeah,
Dylan Brooks is a really good defender, and he was still cooking him.
The Grizzlies were really good.
Yeah,
they were really good. I thought they were going to win
somehow.
Yeah, for a young team too. I mean that just proves how much coaching is important in the NBA. Like a second seed team full of like dudes that don't even touch the playoffs. Like they were like that Grizzlies team 2 years ago was really bad.
They remind me so much of like early Golden State.
Really?
Yeah, because Desmond Bae's like a lot like Clay. I think Jaren Jackson's like a more talented Draymond.
Oh, way more.
Yeah,
way more
he
talented.
just can't stop fouling.
No, Jaren Jackson, yeah, and he needs to work on his rebounding.
For sure.
Really
athletic
bad.
For no reason.
His rebounding is like Miles Turner.
For no reason.
Tier. And like me being a diehard Pacers fan, I know Miles Turner's rebounding. So I'm talking about 7.3. 6
is disgusting. 6. For a big man, that's Curry.
But
Curry
Miles Turner always is the best shot blocker in the NBA. Yeah. He's been the best shot blocker in the NBA, in my opinion, for the past 2 years. And I know Rudy Gobert, like, a lot of people are going to say a lot about him, but I think Miles Turner actually had more blocks than Rudy Gobert, like, 2 years ago. And Miles Turner, he averages, like, I would say, like, on the regular, 2.4 blocks.
Probably higher.
Yeah, if he averages 2.4, I'm like, damn, that's low. That's what I'm saying. But, like, yeah, he peaks around, like, 3.2. Like, I've seen Miles... Actually, no, at the beginning of this year, I think he averaged 4, sort of good. Like, he was, at 4 for a while, too. I love Miles Turner, dude.
Him and Bam are going to be crazy.
Nah, chill.
Him and Bam.
On what team?
Miami.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen. I mean, hey, what you trying to slide? You can slide out that boy Hero? Nah. Oh, okay. We can talk later then.
He's too busy going to Utah.
But nah, him and his girlfriend has to slide
to Utah.
Indiana. Nah,
Utah.
So we getting Jimmy? We getting Jimmy?
You getting who?
Jimmy.
You said Kyle Lowry?
Nah, hell no, not Kyle Lowry.
You don't want the BBL?
Hell no. I'm gonna get a bunch of flops. I'm gonna get a bunch of like.
You got some eye candy to look at. I'm gonna get a lot of
charges, but I'm also gonna get a lot of fouls from this nigga.
But you get a whole lot of eye candy. Like, I'm talking about the BBL.
Facts. Nobody else shoots better bricks than him either. Could always use those.
Inefficient 13 points.
Yeah, we actually need that on my team. Actually, yeah, slide him over.
I got you.
All right, bet we need to tank more. I want the Pacers to get like one more good ass lottery pick. But then again, I mean, if we're awesome this year, I'm not saying let's be trash, but I would really appreciate.
You'll be good and get injured.
Another lottery team. Yeah. For sure. This one was so fun. Like, this was my favorite Pacers team in the past 5 years.
Really?
Swear to God.
Damn. Yeah. COVID.
We're gonna edit that. Chill.
No. I'll keep that shit in.
I'm playing too much.
Alright, so you want to talk about the Pacers?
Yeah, we get into it. So
what's next on the...
So all they did in free agency was re-sign Jaylen Smith, but that to me was actually, yeah, and trade Malcolm Brogdon. We can talk about that really quick, just for a little bit. But yeah, I love the fact we traded Brogdon. He is a great player. Let me tell Celtics fans real quick, because I was actually on Twitter talking shit when this happened. Because I went to Twitter, okay. So first it's neutral, everybody's calm. Then I start seeing Pacers got fleeced. Pacers got Flint.
How did they get fleeced?
And a paper clip and a piece of string. And I'm like, excuse. Okay, let me tell y'all what Malcolm Brogdon is. So he can do everything, right? He's like a jackknife, right? Like whatever they call it. Like he can do everything. He can score, pass, rebound.
Hold on, can I cut you off real quick?
Yeah, we do that.
They said they gave up too much.
No, they're saying they fleeced us. So, like, they finessed us. The
Celtics gave away what was left of Ari's BBL meat, and like what
from the Celtics? Nah, dude, we got like a first. Daniel Tice.
I don't really get nothing for it.
Who, us?
A first round pick. That's it.
Yeah, we didn't need none though. I'm about to touch into that.
2 bags of Doritos. Like,
yeah, I'm about to touch in on that. And the roster fillers, we got like 7 dudes, but like 4 of them are getting roster cut. We got like freaking Nick Stauskas.
We got nothing. Who
signed a 2-year or like a 3-year last year because he dropped 60 in the G League. I don't know if you remember that. Dude, he dropped 60 in the G League. He got picked up the next day by the Celtics, and they actually signed him to a 3-year guarantee deal.
3 years?
Yes.
That G League.
And that year was the first one, and now he's 2 years on us, but I don't think we might not... we'll pick up on him, but we might cut him or some shit. We might cut him. And we're going to trade more roster fillers. Dude, we got like 4 players I've never heard of that they probably like... I don't even know where they got them from.
You get Aaron Naismith?
Yeah, oh yeah. That's yeah. No, yeah. I was also going to say Aaron Naismith, Daniel Tice, I think, right?
Daniel Tice don't count.
Yeah, he's a free agent, right? No. Yeah. And first, though. But hey, let me finish.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm about to get touching on all that though. So we got Aaron Naismith, right? A player who got no minutes on the Celtics. I know Celtics fans were saying they haven't really seen upside, and I've seen people say he has no upside. But dude, on my team, like, you don't need talent to play ball. Like, if you are on an NBA team, you will get minutes on my squad. Like, dude, I watched like O'Shea Brissett be our leading scorer minimum 60 games, averaging 8 points. He averaged 8 points, and that was our leading scorer who minimally played 60 games.
Like, I don't know whether to feel bad for you or
dude, I looked up the stat. That's like the lowest all time for a player to average playing at least 60 games on your squad. He averaged 8 points per game, and he actually led us in like 4 other categories. Damn. Dude, like O'Shea Brissett, dude, like I don't think people know who that is, and that's so like regular to me. Like I love O'Shea. He was the one that did the mailman dunk. I love O'Shea Brissett, dog. Like I watch him all the time, like so casually. Like I love O'Shea Brissett.
So you know you're a real Pacers fan,
dude. He's awesome. I love him, but yeah, dude. Like watching that, like, dude, Aaron Naismith, come hoop, put on a jersey. Let's see what you got, bro. Like they were on a championship run. You know, obviously they cut the rotation like 8 different times, and obviously he probably didn't make the 3rd or 4th rotation, but. Dude, like on my team, just come hoop, bro. We're about to see his potential if he got any, and a 1st round pick, dude. Like, I saw Pacers fans saying, "Damn, why do we keep trading players for 1st round picks?" I'm like, dude, we low key have a bunch now. Like, we have our own for next year. We also have the Celtics, and when we traded, I forgot who else did we trade? We traded a 1st.
Those are mostly just assets, so you can trade in the future.
Dude, yeah, we definitely have 3 1st round picks for next year.
It's like OKC. They're not going to keep them.
Yeah, like, dude, like, why wouldn't we get that? We're trading for 1st rounders. Like, that's never a bad thing to do. We have assets, like you were saying. And Aaron Naismith, we're going to see if he can hoop. And we lost Malcolm Brogdon, who, yes, can do everything, but he cannot excel at one thing. And he is injury prone.
Definitely.
Literally, he has had an injury on every part of his body. I sort of got on some Kyrie shit. Like, Kyrie with the finger, his arm, his hand, like, his legs, his knees. Like, dude, that's... Malcolm Brogdon.
But he plays for the Pacers, though.
What's that supposed to mean?
Y'all medical team is...
Nah. There's a difference between having a bad medical team, but his always had bad injury history. I mean, he was 50-40-90 and rookie of the year at one point, but dude just can't really stay healthy. He was like a 24-year-old rookie. I don't know how old he is now, but
28.
We might be seeing sort of a decline, respectfully, unless he slides. If he starts becoming a role player like the Celtics want, I see good potential.
He's
okay.
Gonna be the 6th man.
He's gonna be good 6th man. Like on our team, he was averaging 20 points, which is why everyone's overhyping him, in my opinion. The dude, like, we didn't really need him. Everybody's saying like we got fleeced. I'm about to touch on that right now. Everybody's saying, oh, we got fleeced, and oh, that's the most we got. But dude, we got a player who might be good, 1st round pick. And we traded away a player who got way too many touches. Dude, like last year he averaged, like, when he came back, he was averaging like 20 points per game. And dude, sometimes like he would really mess up Tyrese's momentum. And yeah, we don't need Malcolm Brogdon and Tyrese. Like, if one of them didn't have 20, the other one did. And like Tyrese is such a phenomenal passer. And it's crazy that he's doing this on my team though. Mm-hmm. Like ever since Tyrese went to the Pacers, averaging 9 assists. He averaged 9 assists this year for us. But dude, he's playing with like no names, like respectfully. He's playing with like niggas that niggas don't even know. Like respectfully, I love my team. But dude, like Tyrese is nasty, dude. I love Tyrese, bro. I'm big. I have like all my stock on him, bro. Like,
he's great.
I love Tyrese.
I don't know why they traded him.
Dude,
I was so mad. I thought they were gonna trade Fox.
Pacers have a bad trade history.
No, y'all won that.
I would say we have like 1 or 2 bad moves.
Y'all won on the PG trade.
We won PG trade.
And then you won this one.
We won Sabonis. People were complaining about the Vic trade when we got Karis LeVert and we traded him off. Oh, that's who it was. We traded Karis LeVert to the Cavs and we got a 1st for him too.
And Ricky Rubio, the corpse.
Yep. But we picked up the 1st. So, Pacer fans, stop complaining because we got a couple assets and we're about to have more no-name players to play on our team, but we love it. We don't love making the playoffs as 7th AFC getting swept in the 1st round. Dude, the Pacers got swept like 3 years in a row to the Cavs, to Miami, and to the freaking Celtics. Like, dude, I'm so tired of it. Like, dude, we got swept by 3 different times. It's tough. It's tough.
I watched all those games too.
It's tough. And because my team is so mid, Malcolm Brogdon is mid. Like, he's not a top 15 point guard, but he's not a bottom 10.
That's the most accurate description of your team. Just mid.
Just mid, bro. We had Brogdon, TJ Warren. Like, he's not a top 15 small forward, but dude was looking like Jordan in the bubble. And you know what's crazy? He hasn't played on my team since the bubble, and he just signed with the Brooklyn Nets. We could just mention that real quick.
The team never helped him.
Why the hell is he on?
We're gonna go to here now.
Let's hop into that because we're that's a smooth transition. Let's talk about King of Mid, TJ Warren signing with the Brooklyn Nets. You can go, bro.
All right. So recently, TJ Warren has signed a minimum contract with the Brooklyn Nets. Now, the team that
hasn't played since bubble. I'm sorry, bro. Go. That's it.
They're talking about the team that has supposed to be trading Kyrie and Kevin Durant has now signed 2 role players that can really push you to championship contention. We have TJ Warren, who'll be a great 6-man, scorer off the bench and is a solid defender. And we got Royce O'Neal, who's a good defender and he can space the floor out from 3. Now, why do all of this if you're gonna trade KD and Kyrie?
Agree. That makes no sense. I mean, worst case scenario, if they do still trade KD and Kyrie, these guys signed 1-year deal. I know TJ did, but did Royce sign a 1 year?
No, Royce got traded. First round pick. First round pick.
How many? He has probably 1 more year.
Yeah, it's 1 more. I think it was 1 to 2. I can't remember.
1 or 2. But I mean, these could be like good contract years for them. You know, if they play good, they could get paid like on another team. But if they play bad, they don't really.
My thing is just, what's the point of leaving KD?
Okay.
Like, I understand Kyrie a little bit because, okay, I can go back to LeBron. I can go with AD. And they got some role players that can get with me. I can get Joe Harris with me. That makes sense. But why KD? Why would you leave? There's no point. Like, especially if you can convince Kyrie to stay. What's the point of leaving?
Yeah, going up and down, like when you mentioned the top 10, I don't know if you want to pull up the lineup real quick, but the top 10 Brooklyn Nets players they have on their lineup, if you've seen it.
Oh, I saw it. Nick Claxton, Kyrie, Joe Harris, Steph Curry, KD, Patty Mills, Royce, and now TJ Warren.
Goran Dragic.
No, he's gone. Oh yeah, he went to the Bulls.
Oh, he went to the Bulls?
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh,
we'll touch on that later. Edit this part out.
Yeah, edit that part out.
Yeah, so back to what I was saying. It makes I don't really see the point of him leaving at this point. Because if you outside of a team like the Sixers, who seem to be building up assets for your arrival, so when they trade their most important assets, they still have they seem to be the only one putting themselves into position. Hey, just edit that part out real quick. Putting themselves into position where they can acquire KD and still be at a contention. Other teams are going to have to give up so much of their team. There's no point of really trading for KD. Because let's say a team like Miami gives up Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Kyle Lowry, and a whole bunch of draft picks. Who do they have left? They don't have no starting center. There's no one left in free agency outside of maybe Thomas Bryant. But is that really what you want as your starting center going into the playoffs? Then you have more complete teams like Boston, who's like up and down their roster. They got a good 9 to 10 guys who are really good.
Yeah, Boston is
straight elite players now.
Great players. Yeah, good mention.
And if they get like a guy like Thomas Bryant off the bench, their team's going to look really complete. So we're going to have to compete against that with what, Jimmy and KD? That's it? That's all we got? And Bam is really important to our defense, so there's no point of just trading him. That's my problem. You have to blow up your whole team just to acquire him. The only team it makes sense to go to is the Sixers. If you're Toronto, why would you do this trade? You have Scotty. You're gonna have to give up Scotty, and then you lose Scotty. You lose your franchise guy.
Like Siakam and OG. And
there's no point at that point. I'm saying I'd rather just keep him.
I understand your point.
Yeah, I know.
You're basically saying whatever team that picks up KD is gonna give up so much assets that it's not really gonna.
No point.
It's gonna be off balance. He
wants to go to Phoenix, but they lose their best perimeter defender. They lose their big man, which they never cared about in the first place. They lose Cam Johnson, who's supposed to start.
Biyombo is about to have a couple starts with
that boy. About to have a career year.
Yo, swear, dude, this sucks. The position they're in sucks, but what makes it better is I think a trade Aiden. Like they're gonna get something back.
Yeah, but what big man?
It's gonna be a sign of trade. Because if Aiden was just like, let's say he was just leaving free agency, like that would have screwed up the Suns bad. At least they're getting an asset. That's what's a good thing about
signing trades. Restricted free agency.
So yeah,
you always get something.
Signing trades are clutch. They've been coming in clutch.
But
when we were talking about the Brooklyn Nets, I was just gonna touch in on that. I think when you were saying, oh, why are they signing like TJ and re-signing Patty Mills, stuff like that? I think what the Brooklyn Nets, or I guess what's getting brought out of this is just how dysfunctional the Brooklyn Nets are. I mean, like you're saying, like Kevin Durant, the best player, is asking for a trade, and these guys are the people that sign these players are the GMs, you know, like the heads of the Brooklyn Nets, of course, make these signings. I don't think Kevin Durant and Kyrie are like LeBron. They're like, yo, you should sign this player, trade this player. I think that whole James Harden dispute, although like it was messing up with Durant and Harden's Kyrie and Harden's chemistry altogether, I feel like that was a down on the morale. But I also think mostly of this, I think outside of basketball, Durant and Harden are still friends.
Yeah, they're so cool.
I think Kyrie and Harden are still cool. But, you know, obviously what got him traded is the Brooklyn Nets. I think this is Brooklyn Nets showing that just New York teams are so badly managed for no reason. No reason. Like Brooklyn Nets, they gave up their assets, you know, when they traded like everything in their moms when they got Paul Pierce and KG from the Celtics. Dude, they didn't have a first round pick in like a decade, bro.
They
like,
did it again. They did it again. They made the same mistake. And this is a sign that the Brooklyn Nets are a problem more so than Durant and Kyrie. Mm-hmm. Not saying that, you know, they get away clean because they wanted DeAndre Jordan.
True.
They wanted James Harden.
But it also made sense. Mm-hmm. Those weren't moves or we were like, bro, why the hell is it solid? I mean,
Jordan, DeAndre.
Dude,
starting
LaMarcus Aldridge.
That made sense.
They needed a backup. They needed a rebounder, you know.
But I'd rather
Drummond,
have, bro.
Drummond. He was. Yep.
Some of them make sense.
Yeah, like it made sense too. You know, obviously they saw like Goran. You know, they wanted to get a little bit more experienced players and stuff like that. But yeah, dude, that's what I got out of this. Personally, I think Brooklyn Nets are just like really bad managed. Like management's really bad over there.
I just don't know what you're doing.
They went from like a big three,
mm-hmm.
arguably like the most talented big three of all time,
offensively, of
course, to like all of them either getting traded or requesting a trade publicly. Like, dude, like they're like, bro, everybody needs to know we want a dip. Everybody needs to know Kyrie wants to go to LeBron. Everybody know Durant's number two or top two options are Miami and Phoenix.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows, bro.
That's how you know your front office has no respect for the players. OKC, this never happened. Miami, this never happened. What was places? Clippers, I don't really see.
Nah, Clippers, they be messing. Like
certain teams with like more stature and actually like don't completely
kind of like you can't change the culture type.
Yeah,
like
they already have a culture.
They pick it for you.
Yeah.
Like you join their culture instead of you make one because like
you're not building one.
Like they freaking like signed their own coach. Like, damn, I'm pretty sure Durant wanted freaking Steve Nash as a coach.
You should have kept Kenny Atkinson. There's no continuity.
Exactly.
You're changing things up. There's no culture.
Yes, Kenny Atkinson should have re-signed. But because of, you know, this team having no culture, like we're touching on, they want to pick up Steve Nash. They think it's like my league. They want to pick up Nash. They want to trade everything for Harden just to get freaking only Ben Simmons back. Ben Simmons don't want to play.
Even in my league, that team chemistry meter.
Yeah, that team chemistry meter is getting
every trade.
It's really low, bro. Mm-hmm. It's really low. And now they're like, this is like their last plea for Durant to like, bro, like Durant chill. Because realistically, they
don't want to trade him.
No, they know they don't want to trade him. And they know they're not, anything they get back is not going to be close.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were saying, if Miami want to do it, they got to give up like, or if Brooklyn to do it, they also got to give up Ben Simmons to match Bam, right?
Yeah.
So like, dude, like that's kind of unrealistic. Like you were saying, like Phoenix, like in the grand scheme of things, like yeah, their defense. I was like, damn, that was a really good point. Defense, Phoenix is gonna be really bad, and they're only good because like they got McCall and Chris Paul. He has a lot of IQ, but yeah, he's getting older. But yeah, I think IQ goes a long way on defense, so that's why I think his gonna be it's gonna be like at worst like average defender. You know, he always his smaller. He gets those steals on bigs. You know how it is with Chris Paul.
And you would rather have this happen earlier, not when like free agency's 4 days in. Like who's left? Nobody. Who's left?
Nobody.
Thomas Bryant. Dude. CP and Thomas Bryant pick roll.
I mean, there's in terms of like role players, I think there's a ton of good role players out there.
There's not too much left.
Like starter caliber / all-star caliber, yeah, there's nothing left. Like,
and you need those come playoff time. Like Boston and Milwaukee, who should be on the top of everybody's list. How you supposed to beat them teams? They're both too complete for you to beat them. It's not like with Phoenix where it's a lack of talent
nasty.
sometimes.
They're nasty. Yeah.
They're nasty. They got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. They got who we were just talking about, Malcolm Brogdon. Yeah. They got the DPOY.
And like we're saying, Boston has a foundation. You know, although like they were struggling at the point guard position, you know, Kyrie, Kemba, Marcus Smart, you know, last year they had like Derek White, stuff like that. In the history, like although they're moving pieces, you know, Boston always has a foundation. Like, dude,
always got the same core.
Yeah, they always got the same core. They always kept Tatum and Brown. They were just kind of just tilting the surrounding pieces, really. Like we said, Brooklyn they try to make their own culture. They try to force everything. You know, thinking dump Timmy up in 1 year is an automatic ring. I mean, low-key, if they got that ring, they might have all stayed. Maybe went back to back. Maybe
they would never have gotten that far.
Like, realistically, do you think that team could have won a ring?
No. At one point, I never thought they could. They were just never. They just missed too much.
Let's say injuries off. Like, guaranteed, all of them played. No injuries.
If injuries off, that means the other team's injuries too, right?
Yeah. What if this one playoff run there was not one single injury? Do you think the Nets win that year? Last year,
Milwaukee losing Dante DiVincenzo. I know some people gonna laugh or whatever, but that's their second best guard defender.
Oh yeah. He's good defensively.
He was so good defensively.
I don't remember.
He went down the Miami series, or I think game 1. After that, Kyrie just been cooking. Things like that is what messed them up more so. And then there's the lack of putting Giannis at center. They had Giannis at center for the whole series. They would have won in 5 or 6. If you go back and watch those games, or even look at the stats, they blew out the Nets once Giannis got to center. Because that pick and roll, they were killing them in drop coverage. Because Brook Lopez can't move his feet. He's too old at this point. Even when in his prime, he was just always slow-footed. Yeah. But Giannis in that pick and roll coverage, like if you watch even the Atlanta Hawks series with Giannis, when he started to pick up Trae Young and they had Drew as a help defender, they lost the series after that. They couldn't do anything after that point. That's what they kept getting killed. It was more so Mike Budenholzer's coaching than the Nets being better. And even if let's say they do get past them, right? And then who they take on? They beat the Hawks. I think they beat.
Who would have they played in the finals?
Injuries off, so Clippers.
You think so?
Injuries off, Clippers for sure.
Yeah, that was the year they made the conference finals. Yeah. Okay.
Clippers would have.
Because Loki, does Miami lose to Phoenix if AD doesn't go down though? Because remember when the Suns eliminated the Lakers?
Oh my!
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, how did it's a crazy simulation? Because dude, I remember like AD like. I wanted the Lakers to win this series, but I was also happy to see D-Book and Chris Paul strive, of course.
Lakers were the best team in the league, I ain't gonna lie.
I like the Lakers that year. They were nice, bro. That was the year they had Wait, did they have Kuz?
They were so deep it didn't make any sense.
They had like Drummond.
13 man deep.
Was actually nice though.
That shoulder.
They had THT when he was actually showed Trez, dude. Yeah,
Weston Matthews. They were deep. It was crazy.
Yeah, you're right. They were really good that year on paper. Marcus Gasol.
Oh yeah, Marcus Gasol too. Who spaced out the floor, playmaking out the post.
They might have got that was the last Marcus Gasol year where you actually got something out of him. That's the last
only on offense because his defense he could not move.
Of course,
could not move.
Of course, yeah.
But either the Clippers, they don't beat LA or the Clippers. They don't got the defense for it.
Okay.
LA was the number 1 defensive team.
At that point, it's just star power though.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, AD's a big, but like low-key Paul George and Kawhi. Who's their point guard?
For the Clippers, are you? Rondo.
Yeah, who would have been the point guard? Rondo. So you think that big 3 of Rondo, Paul George, and Kawhi can
big 3 is crazy.
Can outscore or
it was group scoring.
Out defend.
You talking about against Brooklyn?
Against Brooklyn, that's Kyrie, Harden,
Clippers,
Durant, no injuries, so no ACL, no Achilles, none of that.
So that's a healthy surge too.
Yeah. I know this is crazy because obviously we're never gonna get like a healthy year. But in hindsight, it's just looking at it like injuries off, low key. That's what we were talking about the Brooklyn Nets. It would have worked, but I mean the point is there's no injury off, so that team should have never happened. They forced it. Even the Bucks, they built their own culture, dude. The Giannis and Middleton were both 2nd round picks.
Thing is that James Harden trades a second year.
Giannis was 15th pick, right?
Yeah,
and then Middleton the 2nd round.
let me get to my point real quick.
Okay.
That type of James Harden trade is a second-year trade. That's a third-year trade. That's a trade. It was like, okay, time to shake up the roster.
Trade for him, or when they traded him?
When you trade for like a third guy, I think you have to build continuity before you do anything like that. Because like you can't throw it in immediately. Because you didn't start off training camp with him. You're just throwing him in the team, and then you're already suffering from injuries. Yeah, like this is a new.
You're talking about that third dude being out of shape on purpose.
Then have to play back in shape.
Yeah,
and then y'all can't even play together.
I'm a huge Harden fan, but I'm not a fan of playing into shape at the age of 33. Respectfully, with the lifestyle he has, like he been hanging out with Lil Baby. He said he was in the studio when they made Voice of the Heroes. Yes. I love that album. I love Harden, bro. That's my dog. But don't be doing that shit and then underperforming in the season, and now you're asking for a max. When realistically, although like Philly was kind of rushed last year, you know, when they traded for Harden, they still had a good chance at the title. Like, even though they only played, like, how many games together? Like, probably, like, 20, 30 max.
You talking about Philly?
Yeah, with Harden and Joel duo. How many games did they sneak in before the playoffs?
Only a handful.
20? Yeah, like I was saying, 20 to 30.
30 is pushing it, too.
Yeah, but I think they would have had a good... like, that was a good year to, like, see what's the best for now.
See what the potential is.
Yeah, potential is, but low-key... I know they lost the second round to Miami. It was a good series. But realistically, they had a chance at making the finals.
Yeah.
Not 50%. I'm not saying they should have. But they still had a chance to even make the conference finals.
I never believed in them, like, after they got the Harden trade. I think that's the second year team. That's next year. That's why I always tell people, like, don't try to blow anything up immediately. So I remember I heard what's his name? Shumpert say this, right? Some teams take like a couple of years to get together.
Of course.
So you gotta peak the potential. Like, don't blow up teams too quickly.
Of course.
Like I say Utah too. Going back to Utah real quick. They could have easily just added more defenders. Added more 3D guys.
Any.
And they would have been contenders immediately. They had two guys who were dominant on both sides of the ball.
And you know, it's a little side comment. I was listening to another podcast, and they were going into how bad they were exposing basically how Donovan Mitchell's not that good of a defender.
He's awful.
I didn't know he was that bad, bro.
You didn't watch Jazz games? That's why I said. Like,
I did, like, dude, like I've seen stats and like doing a little bit more research on that topic. I didn't know Donovan Mitchell. Why the fuck is this guy the next Dwayne Wade if
he can't even play that side?
He can't even play inside.
They do the same thing with D.
Dude,
they don't even play the same
dude,
side.
as of today, like literally after I heard that yesterday, as of today, no more Donovan Mitchell, Dwayne Wade comparisons. I don't care about the offense. I don't care about, you know, their relationship. Like, they're cool, whatever. But don't be saying no Donovan's the next Wade.
That's why I don't like pure scorers. That's my whole issue with pure scorers.
Dwayne, in my opinion, when I think Dwayne Wade, I'm thinking like super, super good defensively. That's Flash.
You talking about a block a game, 2 steals?
The best shot blocking guard of all time, even over Jordan.
I'm talking about blocking centers.
Put him over. Dude, he would block a center at the rim.
Yeah, beat him at the rim and put him on his back too.
And Wade, I know Wade's 6'3".
He's 6. He might be shorter.
6'2" to 6'4". Yeah. No, probably 6'3".
6'4".
Yeah. Okay.
He's super undersized, and he still gets up there.
You know what's a little side comment? Just as
just
a question,
like a 4-side comment.
I just want to see. I want to see like what your thought. How tall do you think Derek White is? Because I was talking to one of my friends.
6'4".
Okay. Because I was talking to one of my friends. Right. This was during the playoffs. We were talking about Miami versus Boston, and he told me Derek White's 6'7".
No, I don't know. I don't know how he got that.
And I was like, bro, he's 6'4". I looked it up. It actually said he was 6'4". I was like, why the hell do you think he was 6'7"? He was like, oh, just because he's like, you know, he's a good defender. He's lengthy.
Play up.
And yeah, he was guarding all your guards.
It'd be about wingspan more than height a lot of the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
Back to what we were talking about before. Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, you can touch on that.
Wait, what's wrong with y'all? Edit this part out.
Yeah, you got this part out. Yeah.
Where we at right now?
He was all over the place.
Yeah, do that Brooklyn. We got to finish at that point so we can get to the Hawks.
What What point were we making on Brooklyn? So
we went all the way to Harden. All right.
Well,
pick it up.
Yeah. Okay. You can.
All right. Okay, so let's just wrap up this Philly point real quick. They just need another year. Like Shumpert said, sometimes teams take more time. So I think Utah could have done the same thing, but too late for that. Obviously, they traded for everybody, right? But yeah, I think Philly, even if they don't get KD, they're gonna be straight. But going back to the other point in Brooklyn,
I don't know if are you gonna cut up my Dwayne Wade part? Because if so, I gotta say that again because I'm making sure nobody.
No, I'm gonna just
okay.
I'm gonna put it.
You might just chop it a little bit in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chop it all of this. Okay. I'm just trying to say what point where we are before.
We're talking about Philly. Were you talking about forcing teams? You were saying that they can't force a team like Brooklyn. Philly can't be forcing teams. They're more of a second year.
Yeah, they're a second year. Okay, I'm just picking it up. All right. Yeah, they're a second year team. Sometimes you need to give teams more time to develop, and Brooklyn didn't do that. Brooklyn didn't do that at all. Like they immediately, KD and Kyrie really didn't get any games together. Like I saw on Twitter, they only played 44 games together in 3 years. 44.
And this is the duo of
7-11. 44 games. That's before even counting James Harden. So they didn't have any time to build chemistry. You didn't let the other younger guys all start meshing together.
Dude, a lot of you bring it up like they traded Jared Allen. That was a really big L.
Dinwiddie, Levert.
Those are really big L's. Those are really big L's on their part.
And I hated. I'll say this and say this again. I didn't have a platform at the time, but I hated the James Harden trade. I wish he went to Philly immediately, like the initial one.
Okay, so the Brooklyn situation should have never happened.
I wish it never happened.
Now wait, time out. Was he a consideration for the trade destination or no?
I didn't want him. I ain't gonna lie.
No, was he though?
Consideration? Oh yeah. So.
Okay. I just want to point that out because I know how y'all Heat fans. That shit pisses me off.
I wanted Ben to go to.
Y'all about to get every free agent, every nigga that wants to trade is my dude.
I wasn't rocking with Harden.
I've seen every single player photoshopped in a Miami Heat jersey. I've seen Vic photoshopped in a Miami Heat jersey. Now it's real.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
No, I don't.
Every time.
I don't.
Every time.
You guys take all of our players.
Bradley Beal been in one since like 2017.
Dude, it just pissed me off. I don't think if I've ever said this on a platform either, but this is the perfect place to say it. Dude, I don't know why Vic turned down a $40+ million deal for 3 years on the Pacers. He declined that respectfully to go to Miami last year.
Something about that weather, my boy.
That hurt though.
Something about that weather.
Dude was losing in the bubble and over here going to y'all huddle. He was dapping y'all players up like y'all was teammates.
And we went to the conference finals.
Oh,
y'all ain't seen that since y'all lost to us. Crazy.
Which time? First, second, third, fourth? Because every year we lose to y'all. I hate it.
Second round, 2013, right?
We did lose in the second round, y'all. 2013.
2014 conference finals. Boy, y'all got what?
Actually, no. Scratch that. 2012 was second round. 2013 was finals and conference finals, and also 2014 was conference finals. I think.
I got whooped.
I think we played y'all. Yeah, we did lose 3 out of 4 or something like that. Yeah, 3 years in a row, 3 out of 4 or something like that. We did lose to y'all.
And then 2020. Damn, y'all just can't stop taking L's.
But I mean, who do we lose to? We lost to the greatest basketball player ever.
Obviously.
Right? Question mark?
LeGoat.
Is he the GOAT?
Of course.
No? Jordan?
Nah, I got a video for that.
Okay.
I got a video for that.
We can stay tuned on that. Yeah, that's a whole new topic. We talking about current NBA. We ain't gonna dive into too much of the GOAT topic, but just put it out there. Hey, I'll go with Team Jordan because I respect OGs. I ain't gonna lie. Every old head I see, I ask them what it's like to see Jordan. They always tell me a Jordan story. Like literally, I was at LA Fitness like 3 days ago. I met an old head, told me a Jordan story. I was a big fan after. I love Jordan stories, man.
I'll just throw this in there. You know how rare it is?
To know, though.
You know how rare it is in the 90s to have 2 All-Stars on one team? Let alone a big 3?
Yep. I mean, most good teams had duos, though.
Had one. And then supporting cast.
Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. Like Elijah one's a good example.
Those are like that's what I'm trying to say. It's the peak teams. It's the peak teams.
What Gary Payton and Sean Kemp though, they made the finals.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the peak teams,
like the below average
peak teams.
Are you talking about the bad teams? So I didn't have.
I'm talking about the middle teams that they were playing against. Didn't really have multiple stars.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm saying if you take Reggie Miller and throw him on like the 93 Knicks win the championship.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because they have 2 stars on one team.
Reggie Miller was so nice.
He was supposed to go to New York too. That's a crazy part.
As a Pacer fan, like my love for Jermaine O'Neal and Reggie Miller is like at all time high. Like I remember, Reggie Miller has a scoring record for us at 55. I'm 100% sure Jermaine O'Neal had like 53 or 54, and then he got subbed out on purpose. He was like, "Coach, let me out." He's like, "I ain't touching Reggie's record."
W man,
and his that's a W story that I'll never forget. He actually like, yeah, sub me out, bro. Because him and Reggie were teammates, for a little bit. Obviously, like we all have a lot of respect for Reggie. Also, a fun fact: his last game was a playoff game, though. I was just looking at the highlights. We lost to the Pistons in like 2005. 5. He retired we probably lost him in 04, but he retired in like 05, 06. Something like that. I think 05. He retired in 05. We lost to the Pistons. We lost to like this. The final score was like 78 to like 83. It was like some close ass, low scoring game, of course.
I think I watched that game before.
Yeah,
like on YouTube.
Yeah, Reggie's last game.
I love those type of games,
dude. Yeah, that game was awesome back then with low scoring.
When they had I love teams that like complete. That's why I like Boston so much.
Yeah, at that point, we really had like defensive ass players and like enforcers, like Ben Wallace, Ron Artest. Like these dudes were like,
there's so many guys on one team. These
guys were like stars to us, but realistically, if they put up those numbers right now, they're like role players at best. Like,
but they play like it's because they're all on one team. That's what I'm trying to say.
Like they had roles too, like Jermaine O'Neal, not Jermaine O'Neal, but Ben Wallace. If he was an NBA today in his prime, you low key can't ask for the same things he did back then. Like back then, like he was like blocking at the rim a lot. Now it's all about spacing. He was like really dominant physically. In this era, you can't really dominate physically. Giannis, yes, Giannis can. I mean, but like his all wingspan. Let's be real. His all wingspan. He's not all freaking benching 500 pounds, guarding Shaq, like posting up Shaq. Like the only dude that I've ever seen like actually hang with Shaq. Like that's crazy. I've seen like Ben Wallace on Shaq highlights, bro. Like Ben Wallace is the best player I've ever seen. I think Shaq even might have said it. The best like defensive player on him is Ben Wallace.
It depends the type of treatment they give him.
Like give him superstar treatment. Like think of this, like Montrezl Harrell. Here's a good comparison to Ben Wallace, right? Like 6'7" centers.
Montrezl sucks on defense.
No, he does.
He's a cone.
Yeah, he does. But like, I'm talking about like size. Like Montrezl is barely playable for like a playoff team.
He can't play defense.
Yeah,
remember they put him on Jokic.
So imagine Ben Wallace. Imagine Ben Wallace in this era. But hey, going back to the topic we were talking about, you were talking. Tell me what you think about DeJounte Murray going to the Hawks. What you think, Jaden?
I love this one. I ain't gonna lie. I think he's such a perfect co-star to him. Like they both take off a lot of weight off their shoulders in the past. They both had to be really ball dominant, had the ball in their hands. Except Javonte Murray's usage rating. I'm surprised it was that low. It's only like 22%. So he's used to playing off ball.
Oh yeah. I mean, I could envision him off ball.
He played with DeMar.
Dude played for the Spurs.
Yeah, he played for quite. Yeah, he's not gonna tweet.
Pop knows what he's doing on coaching. All of them dudes are off ball. It's crazy. All their guards, like Lonnie Walker's, like a lot. Like he could dribble it out. Like he pounds the ball, but like he runs off ball.
Yeah. But what makes that so impressive is he put up 21, 9, and 8, and not a crazy high.
Yeah. Like you were saying, like he's not pounding, dribbling. He's not, bringing the ball up the floor all the time. He's off ball.
For example, Westbrook, his usage rating in his peak was like 32 in the 30s, and that's how he really collected all those stats.
Yeah, I think maybe him and Harden are the only dudes to touch 30, right?
Yeah. No, it was more than that. I think Jordan.
I think Westbrook and Harden are top 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Just had the ball in their hands.
Unfortunately, that's how their careers went. As you were saying, DeJounte Murray to the Hawks, I think, as you were saying, they both get a lot off their plate. or off their back. DeJounte Murray doesn't have to dribble as much as he did. He could play even more off ball with Trae Young. But also, Trae Young can also, rest. He could rest. His usage rating doesn't have to be that high. Scored or assisted rates, all that percentages, he doesn't have to do that much. He can save a little bit more energy. As DeJounte Murray, as the offense opens up way more for him, the defensive side of the ball opens up a lot more for Trae. Trae isn't going to get 20 screens a game, switching on and off between other wings. He's going to have DeJounte Murray really guard up front. After watching that Miami series, that was horrible to watch because you guys just abused Trae.
No one else can dribble the ball.
He couldn't even pass the ball because nobody else was on shit except for Bogdanovich at one game.
He can't dribble though.
He can't dribble like that. That was all catch and shoot in the corner. Yeah.
I think how they're gonna play together though, it's gonna be a lot like Harden and CP was the first year.
Ooh, that's a crazy
comparison. Why is it bad?
No, not bad, but just like
similar.
DeJounte Murray and Trae Young, Chris Paul and Harden. They're younger versions of them. Their games make sense, but I don't know. I never thought I'd hear those 4 names in a sentence. Type shit.
That's wild.
Yeah, type shit.
The top point guards.
Yeah. They are. But, playmaking IQ.
Javonte, his defense, probably going to take up the opposing team's best guard. So,
in terms of, opening up the offense for them?
I'm talking about
Chris Paul helped
being the only
James
2
Harden.
playmakers. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Them taking turns running the show.
Okay. That's how you view Atlanta being run?
Yeah, something like that. They both probably won't stagger their minutes. Let's say Javonte gets out first, and then Trae will run it, and then he gets out, Javonte gets in. And they'll play 4 quarters, start the third. Start the first. Yeah.
So what do you think about John Collins though? Is he still in the trade block technically?
Yeah, he's gone.
He's still gone, right?
Yeah. Seems like.
Shout out to John Collins from our area. Mm-hmm. Went to Wake Forest. Cool guy. What do you think about John Collins? What were you saying? My bad. Let me cut you off.
He's pretty good as an off-ball player.
Pretty good.
But he doesn't really get too many touches.
He's a good shooter.
Yeah, he can space the floor out.
He spaces the floor well, in my opinion. So. Where did this all come from? Why did he want to trade? I've kind of forgotten in the first place.
It's been since the
his role. Is it his role he's complaining about?
Yeah,
because they really picked up Capella on his ass.
No, it's not that. It's just lack of touches. He wants more touches. He wants to be featured in the offense more.
Okay.
Than being some a
complimentary
player.
Okay. And he doesn't like that.
Yeah, he don't like that.
I always knew that him and Atlanta didn't really get off on the right foot step. But I didn't know it was more about touches. But do you think he'd just go to any young team? Really? Is there a team in mind?
Whatever the best trade Atlanta can get, maybe some more 3D guys.
Do you think this team is going to be a lottery team? Do you think maybe a contender would trade for him?
The discount Houston Rockets. Dead ass. Discount Houston Rockets. I dead ass see him as a discount Houston Rockets.
I could see him be the next
2 ball dominant guards, and then 3-and-D players, and then a lob catching big Houston Rockets.
And it's crazy. Capella is about to be the same
center.
Big. That's crazy. That's crazy that you mentioned it's about to be the same center. But Atlanta should be good. They should be good. Obviously, like you said, depending on their package, really, cost what package that they get.
I can see them being 7th in the East, depending on.
So what do you think came out of this from the Spurs aspect? What do you think the Spurs got out of this? Do you see any positives for the Spurs in this?
I understand why they did it now.
Okay.
It was for that super the prospect, the one who can do everything.
The one that got drafted?
The best prospect since LeBron James. That one. I don't know I can't remember his name, but he's I seen him play.
Was it this year?
I throw the whole.
Drafted this year?
No. He's coming in a couple of years. But I do the same thing.
Oh, is he Monty Bates?
No, he's overseas.
Oh.
If you've seen his highlights, I do this. LeBron? Bro, watch his highlights. It doesn't make any sense. He's too tall to be.
Can he dunk though?
He can do everything.
So he actually plays like LeBron?
He can literally do everything.
Does he play like LeBron though?
No.
Oh, so that's
them demigod builds in 2K15?
Yeah.
Yeah, that ass. I'm in those.
Like a Bobo.
I'm talking. Yeah.
Bobo gone good.
Doesn't make sense. If you watch him, it's post fade away, hezzy pull up,
and he I'm guessing he's
blocking
7'3",
shots, grabbing rebounds.
Wait, what's the skin color though?
Huh?
What's the skin color? European. Okay,
I do the same thing.
Damn. So you're already buying stock into that guy.
I want to get as bad as possible.
Damn.
I'll throw my future away for him.
So Hawks ceiling as of right now. let's just count in John Collins.
We're counting in John Collins?
Yeah, we just throw that in. Clint. You know what's so good about the Jonte trade, too? Just say it really quick. They didn't give up that many assets. You would have thought they might have had to trade in Collins, trade in Capella. They didn't do any of that. They
Collins is an asset.
And they still got Bogdanovich. Who else was on the trade block for them? They had a couple guards on the trade block.
Oh yeah, they flipped
what's the white guard?
Kevin Huerter.
They
flipped him for Holiday.
Oh, they did?
Justin Holiday. He's a good 3-and-D wing.
So what team is he on now?
He's on the Hawks. Aaron Holiday and Justin Holiday. Conwoo. The reports that Kyrie is likely going to LA, which most likely.
You would say it's official, but they're just working the pieces around.
Yep. But
okay.
It seems like Joe Harris is going to be included, but some Lakers fans are talking about they'd rather get Seth, and it seems like Rob Pelinka would rather get Seth.
I think if you're the Lakers, you can't be picky. You can't be picky. It doesn't matter.
Them getting another player surprised.
Yeah.
You're getting another free player with this?
2 guards at that.
Getting rid of a person who doesn't fit.
They're both going to play the same role types.
Joe Harris, like LeBron with Joe Harris.
Because he can shot create. Yeah. But
you don't need that.
Harris is even faster off ball.
Yeah. You have Bron, AD, and Kyrie. No one else is touching the ball.
True, but that's also... I mean, yeah. Those 2 players are both off-ball. They're both like, if you're open, you're going to shoot.
Yeah.
Off-ball, they're going to set off-ball screens for these players, stuff like that. But yeah, they're both going to play the same role. Sharps, running around 3-point line.
But me, I'd rather have Joe. Because how tall he is.
I'd rather have Seth because I think his bag's deep. Like, he's a really good shot creator.
But we don't need that. You don't need that.
No, you don't need that. But fit-wise, yeah, you can say Joe Harris. But if you're talking about better player, I think Seth Curry's better.
Yeah, Seth is definitely the better player.
Okay.
I'm talking about Joe's...
A little argument about bags and
you
shit.
got that. Seth got that.
Okay.
But Joe is just he's a better defender.
Okay.
He's not elite, I'm not saying that. But he's like, on a defensive system, like, he can be hidden.
Okay.
Not hidden. Like, he's decent. Yeah. He can guard the 4th best player.
Okay. Well said. He could guard other sharpshooters that run around screens.
If he comes back the same way he was with the big 3, he's gonna be really good with LeBron.
Dude, he's like a really streaky shooter. I mean, we were touching on before the pod, the streaky shooters. Am I right? We were discussing why did Jordan Clarkson have a fall off year after winning 6th Man of the Year. But dude, in my opinion, like in that J.R. Smith realm, low key like Iman Shumpert too, of like streaky scores where like if they're playing, they're gonna be shooting good, they're gonna be playing good, high energy, and they're gonna be at least trying on defense. But like they're also at some points where like J.R. don't need to touch.
You really put Joe Harris in that?
Like yeah.
Outside of the playoffs, he's been that inconsistent.
Yeah, that's why I brought that archetype. We could say archetype up. Mm-hmm. I think Joe Harris fits that J.R. Smith, Jordan Clarkson like type atmosphere in terms of like streaky ass shooting where like if you're hot you're a big plus, but like if you're not, dude, you're like player.
I was thinking D-Rob, Tucker Robinson.
Okay. You think he falls into that too?
Yep. Same shit.
He is like really a flamethrower. Like I think he has like some insane shooting records. Like I think he has the best like
catch and shoot
shooting percentage like all time type shit. Yeah. I know his crack. Yeah, I guess you could add him in that.
Joe Harris had like 47% from 3 off 15 points a game.
But it's just weird how like Duncan, he won't be utilized like a 6 man. Like he's that type of when I say like he's in that type of atmosphere, I'm not talking about like career role because I actually love JR, like NBA champion a couple times, like 6 Man of the Year, and he was actually like really really good. But I'm talking about what they all have in common is streaky shooting. I'm not saying like Duncan has just as big as a bag as JR because JR is like tough. I love JR. I'm a big fan of his game. JR easily solos, Joe Harris, Duncan Rob. But in terms of streaky shooting, yes, they're in the same tier. Just want to point that out.
That streaky. Joe Harris not that streaky. Dude, let's talk about the playoffs.
That's my biggest thing, dude. Like when they needed him most, dude, he was like 0-17, like for like a couple games. Like if you grab his stats and put them all together, he was like really bad shooting wise.
I just think like Steph Curry against the Clippers,
and then he fucking got injured right after that.
Depends with how the Lakers are gonna do. If you add those, so that'd be Kyrie, Joe Harris, then LeBron, AD, whatever center that they sign with their last spot. Unless they're gonna run AD at center. At that point, I guess LeBron at the power forward. Then you start Juan Toscano-Anderson 3, which that's a pretty good team in the compete in the West. I want to see him start too. He's a good defender.
I don't know if the fans aren't gonna allow it. I don't know if the team's not gonna allow it.
He can guard the 1 through 4.
Like dude he didn't play a minute in finals, and you think he's gonna start for the Los Angeles Lakers next year?
That's not. I mean, that's Golden State. They're so deep, it doesn't make any sense.
True, but like what I'm saying is like the 13th man on the Warriors. Like I'm not saying it's a bad fit. Like who knows? He might actually be good. But I'm talking about like for the start of the season. I don't think the fans are gonna let that slide.
The fans can say what they want.
Bro, you think Laker fans are gonna be like, "Let's go, y'all want Toscano Anderson starting for us this year"? They're gonna.
Lakers fans are complaining about Joe Harris.
I know how they get. These are the same guys that freaking gave Danny Green death threats because he missed that game winner. I love Danny Green, bro. Laker fans tripping, but
same ones that was bullying Kyle Kuzma, but when he left, y'all want him back.
I mean,
I'll listen to the Lakers.
I mean, their leader is no better, right? I mean, LeBron's the same guy that be hyping these dudes up. Like he was hyping up THC's trade package. He hyped up Kuzma's trade package. Like he hypes up Clarkson, like Brandon Ingram. Like he hypes up everyone, and then they get traded like a week later. I hate LeBron for that. LeBron does a lot of bogus ass shit on court, obviously. Off court, he's the greatest human alive.
Greatest is crazy. That's wild.
I love LeBron James, dude. Like his my GOAT, but he's not the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
In my opinion, the GOAT. We ain't gonna touch on it, but Michael Jordan. But my GOAT, greatest player I'll ever see. Watch play. Thankfully, I'm so happy I got to see the top 2 greatest player of all time, especially beating my teams. Like we were saying, I'm not even mad. Heat beat Pacers. Y'all can have that. Y'all got LeBron, man.
I'm still mad about 2020.
2020? What?
That game 6 still made me cry. See D-Ron miss another wide open 3 again
against the Lakers.
D-Ron came back. He was cooked. Didn't beat nobody after dribble. He was done.
Yeah, it's just injuries, man. I mean, maybe that year injuries off. Nah, but then again, I don't know. Lakers will crack that year, but you guys probably would have played better. Bam never got hurt.
Oh, if it was fully healthy, I should go.
Okay, so we could move. Did you anything else you want to say about Kyrie to Lakers? So you think it's a big deal between Joe and Seth?
All right, for me, like I said, I'd rather have Joe Harris because just the height, and you don't want 2 defensive liabilities as your backcourt, and you're going against Curry and Clay. Like that's great.
Yeah, but Joe Harris would probably be like a rotational player. He might start though.
He's gonna start too.
Yeah.
Shooting.
Yeah, you're right.
Especially if they get another center.
Yeah, that would be really tough for the Lakers. Defensively, I think that team's like LeBron.
Their defense off the bench. No. I'll tell you this.
Year, I don't
the
think
2021 LeBron defense was crazy.
No, yeah.
He was defensive player of the year.
I'm talking about like
caliber.
If you had to project LeBron's defense for the upcoming year, it's going to be low, right?
It heavily depends on Kyrie and AD's production.
Okay.
If they're both scoring at a high level, then yeah, he's going to lock in. Both scoring at high level.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Playing elite defense in year 19. I'll tell you this really quick. I don't want to go into the GOAT debate, but if LeBron James plays 22 plus years in NBA and he averaged 25 for like literally the rest of his career, he's the GOAT. Off that alone, like nobody has ever played a sport and dominated like like low key. Like I know Jordan's 6-0. LeBron will never be 6-0. Obviously, he already got his L's. But if LeBron could low key sneak into 4 or 5 rings, and if he plays 22 plus years professional sport, playing like as a top 10 player, like literally, that would be pretty insane. And then obviously play with his son. In my opinion, that'll add a little bit to his resume.
Plus he's playing deep in these eras too. He played deep in the 2000s. He played deep in the whole 2010s. Played the whole 10s, and then about to play deep in 2022.
Ooh, that's crazy. That's another insane thing. He's going through like 3 different eras. Jordan really
2.
80s, 90s. He played in the 2000s.
And he started contending to the 90s.
Yeah. He wasn't doing shit in 2000s. He was just a walking 20 points per game. He wasn't locking in on no defense, all that. But we could talk about the Pelicans. All right, so they picked up Zion. They re-signed him, that is, to a 5-year like max rookie extension. How do you feel about this, Jaylen? I know a lot of people are happy. I know a lot of people are really upset about this. I want to hear your thoughts. What you think?
This man averaged 27 on 60% from the field.
Insane.
In his second year.
Shaq status.
He's bullying the DPOY in the paint. He's bullying Rudy Gobert. He's bullying grown men. He's ripping the ball out of Giannis.
Zion bullied Giannis.
He bullied Rudy Gobert, Giannis, everybody.
Not only that, what's impressive to me, like real quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but like dude does it in the air too. Like it's not just Zion's like a post up there. Like dude will take off from like deep, like damn near hash, and then he'll dunk. But like whoever he bodies, like his an automatic and one. Like his balance in the air is like so insane, and like his jumping off so much strength, like
that weight,
dude. Like if you run and jump and try to push him, he'll still make an and one. Like even if you push him on purpose, not even going for the ball. Like dude is insane. Like in the air, if his athleticism mixed with his strength, like that's his insane, dude. Like he had some crazy and ones, like on some like real contact shit. Like he had an and one off some like football like tackle. Like his crazy. So yeah, that's also GOAT status for
his ability to like pogo stick badge on 2K.
Like
Hall of Fame,
dude. Yeah, pogo step.
He can miss it, grab it before you even get
Fearless
down.
finisher.
Everything.
Put back boss too.
Absolutely. Like he'll miss a layup, right? Grab it back and dunk it.
Yeah, he is rebound chaser too, dude. He gets a lot of boards for his size.
If he unlocks his defensive potential, then it's over.
But yeah, that's one of the things people don't like about Zion. First is health, and second, defense could improve, of course. But dude, just mainly his health, and not only his health too, but his mental. Like, what's Zion up to? Like, what does he think? Like, dudes, I don't know if you remember this, but for the playoff run, he wasn't in any Pelicans merch. They took him off every Pelicans merch for the whole playoffs. He was off. He was off all the merch, and for the upcoming season previews, where the franchise or like the arena tries to sell the those pamphlets that gives you like the team and the roster and stuff. Like Zion was off a lot of posters, a lot of
contract issues. That's always what it is.
That's what they were saying too.
Contract issues.
But dude, it's just like I don't know. Like is Zion a good like what's up with him, bro? Like, didn't he request a trade? Doesn't his parents hate the Pelicans front office? Like,
but they love that Supermax extension.
They do love the Supermax. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Before you leave your team, you need at least one. Yeah. Like everybody signs a 1-year Supermax.
Just to get that bread up.
Like everybody, you gotta get the bread first. You can't be over here leaving as a rookie. Like, ain't nobody ever give that up.
Not Braun his first year.
No, I don't think nobody's ever done that.
Who?
Like ever
took it?
Like yeah.
Braun didn't. He didn't take it. He was never the highest paid during his first year. He was never the highest paid.
Nah, but I'm talking like got a Supermax and then like
just cleared it?
Yeah, cleared it like
that'd be happening
next year. Like I'm talking about like the same year type shit.
Type request a trade.
I think Zion
that's nasty
might
work.
do that shit though.
I thought Bradley Beal was gonna do that.
Like I remember when I first saw that he got signed, I told all my friends like I'd bet $500 he requests a trade by year 2. I put a band on it low key.
Their team is
like dude, it's Zion. Like come on, what from what we've seen from him, like his effort is sometimes questionable. Yeah, I feel like we just never know what's going on with him. When it goes to his health, eating habits, his diet. Dude's looking out of shape sometimes. Dude looking fucking jacked other times. He hasn't been jumping or working out in a couple weeks.
Oh, he has now.
No, now, yeah, but like during the season, like remember he was getting fat and they were saying he could come back, but his personal coach or personal staff, or was that Ben Simmons, or was that Zion?
That was somebody else. But yeah, they did not. They're not gonna rush him.
But nah,
they know not to rush him.
Nah, but like
they never rushed him at any point. But
true, but I feel like at one point this season he could have hooped, but he chose not to. Do you agree?
Probably.
Okay.
But I doubt.
Okay, that's my point.
But to like touch on that, right?
Okay.
This is why I think what was going on. One, I don't think he ever wanted to go, but especially on top of the fact that they were losing the first years. Well, you saw him like start to be more involved with the team after playing. All of a sudden, Zion around his teammates. All of a sudden, he more locked in. Everything. He sees the potential now.
He was an all-star too, right?
Yeah,
second year. That's crazy. Crazy.
But like this year, he's been seeing like he sees his team's potential now. He's seen they got CJ McCollum. Remember they lost Zion. They traded Drew. Like from his perspective, like they're just trading all the good players away. How long am I gonna have to wait? I'd rather be in New York losing than in New Orleans.
Wait, low key, could Drew Holiday, Anthony Davis, and Zion all be on the same team right now, or they got traded for each other?
They would have won too many. Actually, they could.
Or low key, if they never traded AD or Holiday, like if they kept re-signing him, would Zion have made it, or did they trade like anybody for Zion? Right now, right?
Drew Holiday getting MVP.
They got their pick just got it, right? They didn't trade
because AD and Zion can't play together. Their bodies can't handle it.
Oh,
they both made out of glass. Nah. And plus, AD does not play power forward.
Hey, your point guard made out of glass too. Your point guard,
who?
That boy Lowry.
You talking about BBL?
That boy BBL, he made it of glass. I ain't gonna lie, he made it glass. But yeah, I mean, I think overall this got to be a dub for Zion because let's be real, he wasn't gonna get traded or anything. So and if you're the Pelicans, why not? Obviously, I know kind of didn't want it though, like all the way to the max. But I mean, if that's what it takes to get a 5-star player with like 5-star potential, why not? And he didn't play last year. Why not?
They're gonna be good, like offensively. I think they might be the best offensive team.
Whoa!
They have four guys who can give you 20. They have four
give me their
guys.
starting 5.
Okay. What's his name? Damn. CJ McCollum, Herb Jones.
At point?
Yeah, he plays point.
Wait. Do you think this is gonna be the starting five?
Yeah, this is definitely starting five. CJ McCollum, Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram, Zion, and Jonas Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas
good offensively. Not no best. I can't say the best.
Who better offensively in the regular season? I'm talking about.
Dude, I'm talking about like
Grizzlies. Nah.
Timberwolves, Golden State, depending on who else.
Maybe T-Wolves, but nah.
Like, I don't know. Herb Jones is not a scorer.
He's a shooter, and he can cut.
Yeah, he does cut. He has good length. I see him always cut. I like his verse.
He carries their defense.
He's good at. Of course, I love.
And then Brandon Ingram.
Dude, I was betting on Herb Jones a lot this year. Cause I bet, I don't know if you do that, but I bet on Prize Picks over and under stats. I don't bet on games, but I bet on stats. So it'll be Herb Jones 0.5 steals over or under. So like I do that for like different stats for different players. I did a bunch this year, bro. But yeah, I always took his over and he covered.
Yep.
You know who else always covered for me? Busy Bones Highlands for the Denver Nuggets.
Hopefully he get minutes this year.
Nah, he most likely might get traded. And I see a lot of trade packages for him because, like, depending on if they trade for anybody.
Who they back up one? Ish Smith. That's where you going with?
Nah, Ish Smith got signed somewhere else. I think.
No, he got traded.
So where?
Remember the KCP trade?
So wait, Ish Smith right now is on the Nuggets?
Yeah. Contavious Caldwell Pope is on the Nuggets.
I didn't know that, but did you know that now Ish Smith has a record for most teams played for?
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
The NBA whore.
Yo, nah. Hey, nah, that's respectable in my eyes, though.
NBA blunt.
Yo,
getting passed around.
This man did not just call Ish Smith an NBA blunt, bro.
Used and abused is crazy.
Nah, what? Smoking on that? Every team smokes on that Ish Smith pack, except for mine though. He ain't never been on our teams.
Don't worry, he'll get there.
Yo, actually, I heard people saying he's going for 30 for 30. Nah, like that. He going 30 for 30. Dude's gonna have to get traded at so many deadlines. He's gonna have to get cut a couple times too.
Clippers might go for him. They know he knows everybody's plays.
Dude's been through every locker room. Dude's been deadass 1/3 of every 1/3 of the NBA's locker rooms.
Bro was playing with.
Dude, he knows everybody's play style. He's seen some shit. He's seen some shit. I would love to hear some of his fucking stories he got.
When he gets old, it's gonna be wild. I played with Joel when he was a rookie.
I could definitely see
I played with John Wall.
Some podcast shit.
That's gonna be nasty.
But nah, Ish Smith, that's crazy. But
he got the craziest practice stories. I know he does.
No, hell yeah. So we can touch on this too. So Jaylen Brunson signed a 4-year deal with the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
Another sign that's a lot of people have upside for it, and a lot of people say it was bad. Some people say he got overpaid. What do you think? How do you think he's going to fit in New York next to, R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Evan Fournier, Derrick Rose? Finals contender? All right, come on. Okay.
I'll never hate on nobody for getting money, but man.
I don't think it's that bad. Maybe a playing team. I could see a playing team. I'm not saying playoff lock. I can see it playing. Do you see playing?
No.
Wow.
How? Even if Brooklyn trade KD and Kyrie, you still got bad.
The Hornets were in the playing last year.
Yeah, the Hornets are better.
You would take the Hornets over the current Knicks?
Well, if I have to watch Julius Randle post up and do a nasty ass fadeaway.
True, but I mean, let's see if they could change something. I mean, they re-signed Mitchell Robinson to a 4-year deal, and they also signed Isaiah Hartenstein. Dude, I mean, my biggest thing too is Dibs. I don't like Dibs.
Yeah, he's only good for a year or two.
He improves defenses, every defense, but he just overplays guards. He overplays.
An assistant coach.
He's really inconsistent. I
said he's an assistant.
Hashtag free Cam Reddish.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag free that boy.
To Miami.
To Indiana. Yes, sir.
Lakers try to
dude, literally, no. I'll give up 2 first-round picks for Cam Reddish.
Damn. Well, I'm not doing all that.
No, I would. Just so New York don't decline my call. I would give up the Cavs one, and then the other one we got that we was talking about.
Tyler Hero's girlfriend.
You would trade Tyler Hero's girlfriend?
Yeah.
She bad, bro. Her trade value is up there, bro.
And 2 second-round picks.
That's fair. But yeah, I think RJ Barrett is another player on the Anthony Edwards mode in terms of we got to see what's their potential. I think there's still a lot more room for improvement for RJ. I think we could see damn near like all-star potential. What do you think? You think RJ's okay? If you could rate him 1 through 10, his potential, what do you think it is?
8, 7.
8, 7.
Definitely all-star.
And obviously Ant-Man would be a 10.
In
your opinion?
Ant was like a 9.
Okay.
Like superstar.
Okay, and you would
10 is all-time great.
Okay, and then you would give what's his name 7 or 8?
Zion.
No.
Zion's a 10.
No, the guy I just asked you for that.
Guy who asked. Talking about Jaylen Brunson.
No.
Give him a 4.
We got this out. My bad. No, that player I just asked. Where do you rank him before Anthony Edwards? Oh, RJ Barrett.
7.
Okay, so you would rank RJ Barrett 7 out of 10 in terms of potential.
7 to 8.
Okay, I think that's high too, and that's also why what I alluded to. Yeah, I want to see that man with the keys. I think he played great last year. For his role, obviously, he still struggles like shooting sometimes. You know, he struggles as like a facilitator. Of course, I think that's common for like one of those young guards, or wings. But I definitely still see room for improvement. Do I think he might be a top 10, 15 player in the NBA? Probably not, but he might be borderline all-star. Or he might be an all-star someday. That's the potential I see. So that's why I think they're a playing team. I think they could be decent, to be honest. I think the Knicks could be like decent in terms of like playing. I don't think they're a playoff lock, which is like top 6 seed. But I could see them fighting for a playoff spot. I mean, I think Jaylen Brunson is a good sign too. I mean, like, we just got to see him start. I mean, how many times we see players sign to become starters and they end up being good?
How much you gonna put up?
He showed potential though. 21? Yeah, and I think that's really good for what he got paid.
That's still not enough.
I think 21, he'll probably average like 3 rebounds. I'll probably get 6.5 assists, 5.5.
That's not enough.
But
Julius Randle, like,
no, it's not enough for like playoffs, like a playoff lock, but like
barely enough for playing. Depends.
Jaylen Brunson was great last year, bro.
If Brooklyn gets a haul, they definitely better. I trust Ben Simmons winning.
Do I really? How many teams do you want me to name that we can agree New York's better than?
I can. Oh, better than?
Yeah.
In the East?
Yeah.
I can name.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you 2 teams. I'll compare teams each to the New York Knicks. You're gonna tell me who's better, okay? So Washington. No.
I definitely say Washington.
No, Knicks over Washington.
Over Washington?
Yes.
Tell me Bradley Beal, Kristaps,
Kuz. I know they're
Deji Avdiva.
Yeah, Denny Avdia. Yeah. I mean, they show signs of potential.
They got a pretty interesting guard rotation. Will Barton.
I'm surprised they picked up Porzingis. I'm still surprised off that.
Really? They gave up nothing.
That's interesting. I think it's interesting.
They got Will Barton.
But I'm going Knicks though. So Toronto's better.
We got Will Barton, Monte Moore. What's his name?
Who, like Corey Kispert?
Nah.
You think big? Wing? Big?
Guard. They just signed him. He was played for the Hawks.
DeLon Wright. Yeah, DeLon Wright. I'm just looking at it. But hey, Toronto or Knicks?
Toronto, of course. Well,
okay. Okay, I'm just going through these. So Philly, Magic, Knicks better than Magic. Okay. So Bucks, Heat.
Well, the Magic could do something next year.
So Pacers, Knicks are better than Pacers. I can't believe I'm saying this.
I trust Tyrese.
Oh, appreciate that. Okay, I'll let that slide. Pistons. Knicks are better than Pistons.
Let's see if they get Aiden
Pistons
or not.
got potential though. I ain't gonna lie. Their lineup looks really crazy in my opinion.
They get Aiden.
I think the Pistons could be a really good team this year. Playing.
Knicks more established. I get it.
Like playing if they're like showing their ass type shit.
Jaden Ivory.
I gotta see the potential of this team. Their team's crazy. They re-signed Bags too, Marvin Bagley. But yeah. So Cavs. Who you got? Cavs or Knicks? I think that's close.
Cavs and Knicks is close. Cavs is close.
Yeah. I mean, they were good before they got injured, but
Cavs blowing them out. Bro. They were the 4th seed before injury. It's the same roster.
True, but like, I mean, I love the Cavs, bro. I love Darius Garland.
Another year of Darius Garland, and then the rookie.
Fan. Shout out Vanderbilt.
It's barely even a question.
Okay, so Hornets. I got Knicks over Hornets.
Yeah, and the rapper is gone.
Bulls could have that.
Bulls definitely have that.
Celtics could have that.
You said Knicks over Hornets? You might be tripping on that.
And then Atlanta or New York. I'll go.
Are you debating?
I'll go Atlanta, I guess. I guess I say. But how many teams did I name there? So okay, so
Miami,
quickly,
Boston.
so,
I know you already knew not to name them.
Hornets and Cavs are good contention. Pistons, Pacers.
Contention is crazy.
Washington. I mean, I named 6 teams. That means I think the Knicks are top 9 team in the East, which is playing. So I just made my own point.
Top 9.
Top 9 is playing. I don't make the rules, bro. That's where I'll rank them. Top 9.
I think you list. Hold on. Hold on. Got top 4 teams in the East, right? Okay. Heat, Milwaukee, Boston, Philly.
Heat, Milwaukee, Boston, Philly. Okay.
Atlanta.
Okay.
Chicago.
Yes.
Cavs. Toronto.
Cavs was contention for me.
Ain't no contention.
For me, it was contention.
Ain't no contention.
For me, it was contention.
You telling me he moves the needle that much?
Who?
I can't. Jaylen Brunson not moving the needle that much.
Dude, we're getting like
D Rose back. Too?
Yeah,
but that doesn't move the needle too much.
Who knows if Cam could play this year? What RJ turns
Cam's
into?
not playing. You already know he's not playing.
We might get a improved Randall year.
Improved the end of year is nasty. Did you even hear?
Mitchell Robinson back?
No.
Obi Toppin?
He never left.
Emmanuel Quickly?
Oh my god,
bro! Nah, we're not, bro.
Against the Cavs.
Yes.
Top 5 defense. What's top 5 defense? Yeah. And Darius Garland.
I love their lineup. You know, I love Kevin Love. Laurie. Mobley. Oh, I love Mobley, dude.
Yeah.
Great. That's great. Yeah, him and Garland. I love those dudes so much.
They get Sexton back?
Jared Allen. Yeah, they're good. They're good, bro. But in my opinion, it's going to be close.
That's a wild opinion. I'm sorry.
Bro, you know injuries are real too, so I'm probably not.
And you bet on the Knicks for injuries?
To survive, yeah. But hey, I appreciate y'all for listening to the first episode of Charity Stripe. Me and Jada got a little off topic sometimes, but you know, it's gonna happen. We just starting off. We just basketball heads at the end of the day. We just, just talking our shit. So hey, thanks y'all for listening. Y'all could drop a like, share, appreciate it. Y'all could drop a comment, let us know any improvements we could do. But other than that, y'all can have a good day, man. Thank y'all for listening.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all can have a good one.
Go ahead, subscribe.